Let's talk about the layer style. Okay, layer style is layer, and like for instance, if you like to add some drop shadow, select this drop shadow. We just added a drop shadow there, but no animation. So what if we like to animate the this in the text by using this layer style and drop shadow, like for instance, yeah, you can change the color, and then you can change the opacity, and then you can change the angle and the distance and the size. Okay, now I'm gonna click on the stopwatch for the size to create the initial keyframe. Just set initial keyframe, and then I'm gonna go to 1 second and change the size like this. Alright, this is it. Okay, what about angle? So we go back to the beginning and click on the stopwatch to create the initial keyframe for this angle. Let's go to 1 second, and then and what if you like to see the angle only, you can move in a keyframe for this size. So angle 360. What about distance? Keyframe for the distance. Okay, go to 1 second. What if you like to remove the keyframe for this angle? Click on the stopwatch. I want the shadows goes down straight. Because this angle, we can change that 90. And I didn't create any keyframe for this angle. Okay, but I did create a keyframe this distance, and then I'm gonna go to 1 second and increase that distance. There we go. This is what I like to do. Okay, now let's play back. This goes down like this. Okay, and then what if I change color a little bit? Okay, what about size a little bit? Yeah. Okay, remember I changed the value for the size, and also I changed the color, and I didn't change the opacity here, but I created in a two keyframes for only in a distance, only distance. Okay, so let's go like this. If I like to bring that in a shadow back to where it was before, 1 second and 20 frame, and then I think the original was a 9 or something. Yep. So 1, 2, 3 keyframes. Layer style, drop shadow. If not interested in this, you can always delete that. Okay, let's try something else. Layer style. Go to layer style, let's try this one, stroke. So now you see like stroke, under style, layer style. And then I'm going to expand this. Okay, we have a blend mode, color, size, opacity, and position. I can click that. So change color. What if I use a little bluish something? And then size, well, and the opacity. Size, and opacity. I'm gonna reduce that opacity. We got the stroke around the letter, but we don't see any animation. Okay, so what if we use the size and animate? Okay, so go back to the beginning. I'm gonna click on this stopwatch for the size to create initial keyframe, and then go to 1 second. And what I like to do, I like to change the size 0. And then I'm gonna copy this one, the first keyframe, and the paste right here. Okay. So if you think this, although we made an animation, if you feel like this is not enough, you would like to add something else, like for instance the things like that we tried earlier, like a tracking, like for instance. See, I'm gonna have the tracking there, and then tracking type, tracking amount. Okay, so I'm gonna bring my playhead at 0. Yep. No, not really. I'm gonna go like I'm gonna start applying this and tracking. Instead of the beginning, I'm gonna apply this tracking amount at frame 10, and then click on the stopwatch, and then go to 115 and change tracking value, something like this. And then move 25 and change something like this. Alright, so I just added 3 more in a keyframe for the tracking amount. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, let's watch that. And the wiggly. Okay, now. Okay, remember, so we animated, okay, this text by using, not blending option, we by using this stroke. Stroke is one of the layer style. Layer style stroke, and in addition to stroke, we also use the tracking as well as a wiggly selector. Tracking and the wiggly effect, and I made this. Let's show the animation.